The first thing Eleanor noticed was the silence. Not the peaceful kind, but the heavy, suffocating quiet that made every breath sound like an intrusion. She stood before the rotting gates of Blackwood Manor, a place abandoned for nearly a century, clutching her lantern as though its dim light could protect her from the shadows pressing in. "What would you risk discovering?" she whispered to herself. "If the truth might undo everything you've ever believed?" If you love stories that twist fear into mystery, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon, because tonight, S Tale will make you question what S real. Eleanor was no stranger to legends. A historian by profession, she'd unearthed secrets buried for generations. But this was different. Blackwood Manor wasn't just another ruin. It was a wound in her family's history. Her grandfather had warned her never to step near it, his hands trembling as he spoke. Yet here she was, pulled by something stronger than reason, something that felt disturbingly like fate. Inside, the air was cold and stale. Dust covered every surface except for the mirror at the end of the hall, polished as if it had been waiting. Eleanor lifted her lantern, and her reflection stared back. Yet there was someone else behind her. A pale figure, half hidden in the shadows of the glass. She spun. The hall was empty. But when she looked again, the figure was gone. That was the first sign. The second was the sound. A faint ticking echoed through the house, though every clock she passed had stopped at midnight. The third was worse. A leather-bound journal in the library, its last page written in her grandfather's unmistakable hand, dated only weeks before his death. She must never learn what this place holds. It would consume her. Her lantern shook in her grasp, and then the whispering began. At first, it was like wind slipping through cracks in the stone, but soon it was unmistakable. A voice, soft, yet deliberate, calling her name. Eleanor. The voice guided her to a cellar door, half hidden beneath a fallen tapestry. She hesitated. Her heart pounded so loudly she was sure the house could hear it. But pride had always driven her forward, even when fear begged her to turn away. She descended the creaking steps. The cellar smelled of damp stone and ashes. Her lantern revealed a circle of strange symbols carved into the floor. At the center was a wooden chair. Upon it lay her grandfather's pocket watch, its cracked face still ticking steadily. As she picked it up, the ticking thundered in her ears until it was almost unbearable. Then her lantern flickered, and the room went black. When light returned, it wasn't a tea from her lantern, but from a mirror standing impossibly at the base of the cellar. Its surface rippled like water, and within it, she saw him. Her grandfather, alive, seated in the chair. His eyes burned with desperation. "Leave, Eleanor. Leave now. The house remembers. It wants blood, not truth." The glass began to pull at her, cold and relentless. She clawed at the air, struggling to hold her ground, her heart pounding in panic. The cellar's symbols glowed faintly red, and the whispers rose into a chorus of voices, chanting her name in unison. The mirror's pull was too strong. And then, the final twist. The moment that shattered everything. Her reflection appeared in the mirror. Not her as she stood now, but her as a child. Standing hand in hand with her grandfather. Smiling. Waiting. Her breath caught. She wasn't seeing the past. She was seeing the truth. She had been here before. She had never left. Her entire life outside Blackwood Manor, every memory, every triumph, it was all an illusion. The house had given her a false history, a borrowed existence, to lure her back when it was ready. The mirror surged forward. She screamed as the glass swallowed her whole. The lantern clattered to the stone floor, its light dying with a hiss. The ticking ceased. The silence returned, heavier than ever. Blackwood Manor stood still, patient as always, waiting for the next soul bold or foolish enough to enter. If this story left you with chills and questions, subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon, because more tales with haunting twists are waiting, and the next one might be even darker.